Okay, literary blog 3. Um, so I found freshwater to be super interesting. I was really unsure about it at the beginning just because I was really confused after reading the first set of pages. I did not really understand what was going on. Um, so I just wasn't sure that I was going to like it. But once I started reading more, I started to understand, I really understood it. I mean, I really liked it. um, I, um, I kind of read it more from the perspective of like her having mental disorders, especially once I got to the part where she was going to a therapist, and talking about the different, spirits inside of her. Um, I don't know, I felt like it made more sense to me, I think, just because I obviously don't believe in the Obanji. Um, so I don't know, it just made more sense in my mind to think about it from a psychological perspective. And especially at the end when she decided to go find out her roots and she started praising Allah. I think I kind of thought of it as she was succumbing to the spirits or her other personalities or the voices in her head and to what they were telling her. And it's she was letting them take control instead of her having more control. But then also at the end it said that she took back control of herself. So I guess maybe it's saying that she is in control but still listens to them and embraces it, I guess. I don't know, that's the thing that makes most sense to me, I think. And then the whole storyline with Ewan, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I thought it was really interesting. Because I know when we first found out about him, it said something about how that they were now married. And so when they got married, I was like, oh, that's nice. I wonder if he's gonna support her or help her or whatever in this journey with all the different spirits. So I was kind of sad when they got divorced and separated, just because I thought that they were gonna end up together. But the part where she meets the priest, I think it is, in Lagos, and he helps her to understand who she is. I thought that was really interesting too. Just I don't know, if you look at it from a psychological perspective, I guess it's just another crazy person. So that's kind of sad and interesting, but I guess if you look at it from a religious perspective, it makes more sense, that part does. But yeah, that was really interesting. I thought it was really creepy that the Obanji and Asugara thought that it was pleasing when she cut herself, which I mean, I guess some people do think that's pleasing, and when they have something psychologically wrong with them or whatever, but I don't know, it's kind of gross. And then I was really interested and I was really surprised in the last part of the book when they introduced St. Vincent, because it said that he came in he was born at the same time that Asugara was, and you don't hear about him basically the whole book until close to the end. And so I don't know, I guess he just doesn't really take much part in her life. I kind of thought of him as the opposite of Asugara, and he almost the more rational one, but also he's an evil spirit, so he can't be that rational. But I think it's interesting that she named him because he was only in her dreams. So I don't know, I thought that was interesting. I don't know, I think this whole book was interesting. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to, and there was a lot of stuff in there that I definitely wasn't expecting, and I definitely see how it can be like interpreted from a religious perspective or from a psychological perspective, but I definitely found it easier to understand personally from a psychological perspective, just because like I don't like believe in the Bonji, or like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I don't know, really enjoyed this. So yeah, kind of sad it's the last book, but